The Meiringen Air Base is unique in every sense of the word. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Peter Metz, commander of the Meiringen Air Base Command. Meiringen is Switzerland's most advanced airbase. Strategically, it's ideally located on the floor of the Hasli Valley, protected on all sides by the high mountains. In pilot circles throughout the world, it's famous as a spectacular and flight-technically demanding mountain airbase. The Swiss Air Force safeguards flight operations and is supported in this way by many other federal organizations, by the Armed Forces Logistics Organization AFLO, for instance, and by Arma Swiss as well. The Armed Forces Command Support Organization, AFCSO, the Technical Buildings Management Organization, TBM, and the Air Traffic Control Organization, Skyguide. For this purpose, we also direct the air transport service from the Bern-Beltmoos Airport nearby. And all of us are very well taken care of and fed by the SV service at our restaurant. You can see that our airbase is a complex community production at the highest technical level. It's provided for by 230 professionals from as many different fields you can think of. Meiringen is the base of Air Force Squadron 11, the Tiger Squadron, with professional pilots flying FA-18 combat aircraft, as well as militia pilots from Air Force Squadron 8. My staff and I ensure that our pilots enjoy the best possible environment for their work. As I'm also a professional pilot and fly with Squadron 11, I know exactly how many details have to precisely fit together on the ground so that our boys can make their contribution to airspace safety. My job often obliges me to leave the premises of the airbase to the nearby communities. I try there as best I can to reconcile the civilian regional concerns of our neighbors with my national military mission.
It's true, the airbase is not always an advantage. It can sometimes even cause trouble. I'm Catherine Negli-Luthi, President of the Communal Government of Hasliberg. One of our commune's greatest sources of income is tourism. Our Hasli Valley is a very popular tourist destination in the Bernese Alps. Pure mountain landscapes, clean air, attractive excursion options, and an extensive sports programme. For the entire family, all year round. But again and again, there are protests because of the aviation noise. Flight movements can be clearly heard everywhere, and they're irritating. Combat aircraft in an alpine paradise? Does that fit together at all? Not always. But the airbase is one of the largest employers and trainers in our region. Therefore, we must try to negotiate. Thus, for example, we managed to get takeoffs and landings restricted to work hours, enforced a midday pause, and ensured that there are no flights on weekends and that in the summer flight operations stop for several weeks. So the airbase staff really do have an ear for our concerns and make concessions where they're able to. When I'm at my part-time job in the sports shop, I meet people every day who work at the airbase. Our own fellow citizens, neighbours, relatives and friends work there. Our region and our airbase are and will remain a unit. Look, there's young Adrian. Guess where he works?
In my age group, 35 candidates applied for 6 vacant airbase apprenticeships. And they took me. Hey, I'm Adrian Glauner, polymechanic trainee at the TBM training workshop of the Meiringen Air Base. I'm in my 4th and last year of the apprenticeship. Here I learned to operate all important tooling machines and to carry out assignments independently. One day, this piece here will serve as a drive wheel for a nearby cable railway. There are not too many companies in this valley that offer apprenticeships. The best one is the Air Base. For me, and for more than 30 other trainees, it is, as far as our professions are concerned, our gateway to the world. My apprenticeship meets all federal standards, and it's recognized by the industry throughout the world. Other firms with apprenticeships even send their trainees, for some of their training, to us, because we are so well equipped. Aviation has always fascinated me. One day, I may manufacture the small components that enable a jet to fly. No matter what people say, I find it great to have this air base right here in our valley. Here in Meiringen, I've laid the best possible foundation for my professional career. Who knows, perhaps I'll stay here for longer than just for my apprenticeship. I know quite a few aircraft mechanics who've started off just like me. I've been working for the Swiss Air Force already for 20 years, the last 10 here in Meiringen. I'm Urs Lichty, team leader and aircraft mechanic at the Meiringen Air Base. I first learned to be a car mechanic, and then at the Air Force I converted to modern combat aircraft. Today, together with my 2 aircraft mechanics, I'm in charge of 2 FA-18 jets of the Air Force Squadron 11. I'm responsible for their seamless maintenance and function. How exactly and where this is done, I'm unfortunately not allowed to show you. Here in this mountain cavern, the jets are parked and serviced by us. Top secret, it's absolutely prohibited to take photographs or to film. You're not allowed to enter here. Sorry. By the way, the McDonnell Douglas FA-18 Hornet is the most modern, fastest, and most versatile combat aircraft of the Swiss Air Force. We use it to safeguard our airspace and as an interceptor. I like my job. It's very demanding, with vast amounts of technical details which we always have to learn anew, through many courses in Switzerland and abroad. And this is necessary too. For no jet takes off here as long as I am not fully satisfied with its condition. The Swiss Air Force is the only one in the world where the pilot doesn't check his aircraft before taking off, because he has complete confidence in his ground crew.
The narrow valley, rapid changes in weather, unpredictable winds, turbulences. Whoever makes an approach here has to know his stuff. I'm Rodolfo Freiberghaus, professional pilot in Squadron 11. In the air, our squadron practices all formations and maneuvers that we need for a defense scenario. We always carefully sound out our limits anew and continuously gain new experiences. Not only do we suffer from brutal acceleration forces during flight, but even on the ground we're under pressure from our colleagues and instructors. Every detail is precisely analyzed, optimized and exercised anew during the following sortie, again and again until it becomes part of us. I have to keep myself fit both physically and mentally for extreme situations. The daily routine of a jet pilot does not only consist of action, one tends to forget the endless hours dedicated to mission reports and technical documentation. Back to the office. I and my colleagues are preparing for something that has not happened anymore for 200 years. The attack of foreign forces on our country. Yet if an attack should be launched in the next second, we must be prepared. That alone is the issue. And for this we need the Meiringen Air Base.
I am, if you like, the eye, the voice, and the memory of this airbase. My name is Franz Blatter. I'm on the staff of the Meiringen Air Base Command. As house photographer, I document every detail from the radars at the edge of the runway to the exotic special vehicles in the vehicle park. I manage the airbase archives, and I preserve its long decades of history and tradition. The Meiringen Air Base was built in 1939. The Hasli Valley location in the Bernese Alps provided excellent protection against enemy attacks. Since then, Meiringen has moved along with progress in aviation and adjusted accordingly. In 2003, the old caverns were enlarged to house the FA-18 aircraft. Today, Meiringen, together with Payerne and Sion, is one of Switzerland's 3 military jet air bases. Apart from my work as archivist and photographer, I'm also head of the air base's medical service. But most of my time is dedicated to visitors. More than 3,000 curious visitors drop in every year. I always look forward to explaining to them what we do here. School classes, aviation enthusiasts, people from every region as well as tourists from Switzerland and abroad. Every year there are more. And thus, our Meiringen Air Base has become a tourist attraction in the Hasli Valley. Visit us anytime. You are cordially welcome.